Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Crimes, Killers, Cults.
And beer.
And beer. Just two crazy Florida men drinking beer, talking about true crime because we feel like it.
Yep, pretty much.
And that's Todd.
And that is Bill, except he's that way, but yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're backwards today because Bill got into the studio first. Usually I'm on the other side, but it's all right.
You're my right-hand man, Todd.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you drinking?
Rum and Coke out of powder blue sippy cup.
Bud Light out of a brown bottle with a blue and white label.
There you go.
And I still find women yummy.
Absolutely.
So, we're doing something different.
Yes.
If you see, this episode came out on a Tuesday. And you might have noticed it said in the title, Half Pint Episode. So, what that is we're going to start releasing midweek episodes, shorter cases, because a lot of the unsolved cases don't, there's just not really enough material to make for a compelling 90-minute to 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got lucky with the one that we covered, a couple months ago. That one was a decent amount of information, but I'm not going to be able to get inside information on every single case that we do.
Yeah, right.
So we're like, okay, we'll just start doing short midweek episodes, and then that way, we'll be able to cover some of these unsolved cases. Because I've listened to some podcasts out there, and I'm not knocking anybody, but it's just like they'll release an unsolved case and everything, they'll stretch it out to like 2 hours, and it's just like,
right.
And it's just, but this one, I mean, it was a request actually. Let's see, who was it that requested it? I'm going to give them a shout out because I'm cool like that.
Because that's how we roll.
Yeah. Emma Herman. She had sent me a message on Twitter asking me to cover this case and a different one, and which we'll get to at some point. But we have a couple other requests from people too. We're going to get that one before we get to her second one. So, but she said there's unsolved mysteries episode on it. So I watched the unsolved mystery, and there was very little information on it.
Oh,
very little. So I did some digging, and I found a decent amount of information that wasn't on the episode. I found I didn't write it down. I found like a documentary series on SoundCloud of all places.
Oh.
And they had an episode on there with, probably 3 times the amount of information that was in the Unsolved Mysteries episode.
Right on.
So, I should have written down the thing, but I mean, I just did these. I did these earlier today. So,
yeah, this is kind of a last minute thing.
Yeah, but every Tuesday we're gonna be releasing these, and hopefully y'all like them. And yes, we do take requests, and if you send in a request and we do it, we're gonna give you a shout out, like Absolutely. We just gave Emma. Emma rocks. Emma's the first one. Emma's the one that gave me this idea in the first place. So
Thank
Emma
you,
rocks.
Emma.
So when we get t-shirts, made for everybody, we're gonna send her a free one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? If we do your suggestion, you get a t-shirt.
You get a t-shirt. I like it. I'm down.
We'll just have to keep in mind how, we'll just have to keep a list of who did it. Who done it.
Yeah, right.
So,
yeah. Oh God, another list. All right.
I'll keep the list. I have a dry erase board right here.
Okay,
right next
cool.
to me. So I'll just put them up, just write it on the dry erase board. And that will be the list of people who we owe, or I owe you a t-shirt list. So Emma, you're going to get a t-shirt.
Yay.
So once we get them, and it still might be a while, once we get them, we're trying to find a way to make it cost effective because the T-shirts that we have, we paid $35 each for, and we're not going to do that to y'all.
Yeah. Nobody but us would buy them for that much.
Right. But we just did it so we could go around CrimeCon wearing,
wearing our T-shirts. Yes.
So
anyway,
I have no more ado. Do you?
I have no ado other than. No, I have no ado.
No ado. Okay.
No ado.
All right. Well, let's kick off the inaugural Half Pint episode.
Let's do it.
Case we're covering today is Lester Eubanks. And this one, part of it's solved, part of it isn't.
Okay.
So, in 1965, in Mansfield, Ohio, a 14-year-old girl named Mary Ellen Diener was found dead just blocks from her home. November 14th, 1965, Mary Ellen and her younger sister were doing laundry with their mother one night, and the washing machine broke down, and their mom had them take the clothes to a nearby laundromat to finish them up.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, it was the washing machine. Imagine how freaking heavy that bag or basket might have been carrying.
Right.
Because they were walking it, so it's just like you're carrying a basket full of wet clothes.
Oh, yeah. She got in sacks, wash.
They probably had to, like, one on each end of it, just carry it down the street.
I reckon I could carry that for you if I don't give out.
But so it was around 10 p.m. when they left. So Mansfield was a safe city at the time with a low crime rate. But they got to the laundromat around 10:30, and then they realized that they didn't have enough change to do the laundry. So, and the change machine there at that laundromat wasn't working, and there were kind of like the ice cream machine at McDonald's. So
yeah, there's that. Oh boy.
So there wasn't any employees working there either because it's 10:30 at night. So the Mary Ellen told her sister to wait there and not to go anywhere, and she would go to another laundromat to get change, use their change machine. So
okay.
She also said, huh?
I was just going to say there seems like a lot of laundromats close by in this town.
Yeah, well, there's only two.
Okay. Well, no, there you go.
I mean, there was only two mentioned in the
all right,
in the research.
And they're open all night? That's weird. I guess not. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not everybody can do I mean, I do my laundry at night.
Yeah. But like 10:30 at night?
I've done my laundry at 3 a.m.
I'll shut up now. Carry on.
So, she also said that if she got, freaked out or whatever, and just to run over to her grandmother's house, which was like literally a block away. So, so there was no luck at that other laundromat. I guess their change machine wasn't working either. So
what are the odds?
Yeah, she went to a gas station. She probably should have bought a lottery ticket there because
right.
The fact that, two change machines at 2 different laundromat locations not working.
Yeah.
So she goes to a gas station and she had told her sister Brenda, that if she got scared, and I already said that. She should have only been gone 10 minutes top, but 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes went by. So Brenda went to their grandmother's house, and her grandmother thought this was odd because it's not like her. I mean, Mary Ellen was responsible and all that stuff, and so it's not like her to just run off or whatever. Mm-hmm. Especially there's laundry that needs to be done too. I mean,
yeah, right.
So the police had received a 911 call from a neighbor around 12:45 a.m. And a young woman had been found dead in the park. She'd been shot twice in the chest and in the stomach.
Oh.
And she also had massive head trauma. And it also looked like somebody had attempted to rape her but was unsuccessful. And she, because her skirt had been pulled up and everything, but, nothing had happened. So she obviously fought this douchebag.
Yes. At least it sounds like it anyway.
Yeah. So, as the police were processing the scene, Mary Ellen's grandmother walked up to tell the police that her granddaughter was missing. And to her horror, she recognized the body and confirmed that indeed was Mary Ellen. That's rough.
Damn, man. Holy, wow.
It's like, sir, my granddaughter is no, she's not missing. That's her.
God.
That would suck.
Yeah, it would. That would be. Oh my God. Yeah, I can't even imagine.
No.
Ugh.
So the police then broke the news to her mother, and her mother lost it, as you would expect.
Yes.
And when Mary Ellen was found, she had some change in her hand, and change was scattered around the area too. So she had gotten change for the gas station.
Okay.
So she was coming back to do the laundry, But the police immediately had a suspect, a man named Lester Eubanks. Now, Lester was out on bond for an attempted rape of an 18-year-old girl at a restaurant, which was also near the said laundromat.
Oh. Lester the molester.
Yeah. In fact, he even lived nearby.
Crap.
At the restaurant, Lester grabbed this woman and dragged her into the bathroom and raped her. And he threatened to kill her, and he choked her out.
Oh.
She survived, but he was released on bond just 2 weeks before Mary Ellen's murder. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Seriously.
But he had seen Mary Ellen leave the first laundromat and go to the second one, then to the gas station. So he just waited until she came back, and then he pounced. He tried to rape Mary Ellen, but she fought him, and finally he just gave up, and he shot her twice, and he picked up the bullet casings and went home. He then cleaned himself up. He thought he was being so smart by picking up bullet casings.
Right.
We'll find out he's not so smart.
They usually aren't.
But he then cleaned himself up and then went into town to hit the clubs.
Woohoo, let's go clubbing.
Kill somebody. Let's go dancing.
Let's go clubbing. Hell yeah.
Let's see, this was the 70s, so they'd have been out there doing the disco, pointing at things that aren't there. And I wonder if he danced to Staying Alive.
Jesus.
That was horrible.
That was bad. But however, that was very much what,
It was.
That's
it probably
something
was
we'd
played
say.
that night.
That's something we'd say.
It probably was played that night.
Yeah, it probably was. I don't know.
And he is somewhat smart, as we're going to find out. But so I wonder if he's smart enough to realize the irony of that. He's out there dancing to Staying Alive.
Yeah, probably not. It probably never even crossed his mind.
Yeah. But oh man, oh shit. But on the way back to the clubs, he returned to the scene of the crime to make sure that Mary Ellen was dead, but she wasn't. She was moving around and she was in pain. She couldn't stand up, but she was screaming. She was trying to find somebody to help her, but the streets were deserted. Yeah. So he picked up a brick and smashed her skull and then headed to the club.
Oh shit! Really? God dang!
Fucking asshole. I mean, it's just like, Yeah, she's sitting there. She's
I
thinking,
hope he wasn't wearing a white polyester suit.
He was probably wearing a purple one.
Because, blood splatter and all. Just saying.
Yeah, he was probably wearing a purple one.
All right.
But so police got a warrant. They searched his apartment, and in his apartment they found a bag with bullets in it, as well as a gun and 2 spent bullet casings. Like I said, dumbass. I mean, it was a smoking gun, literally, anyway, because the bullets themselves and the gun themselves matched the bullets that were found in Mary Ellen.
Oh yeah,
but the freaking casings just freaking proved it.
Yeah, exactly. Holy shit!
I mean, that was just icing on the cake.
Yeah. Oh god.
So, and they had also found his footprints at the crime scene. That matched up with some shoes that they found in the apartment. So, open and shut, right?
You would think.
Put a knife in that.
Okay, knife's in.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Lester the Molester.
Okay.
Here. Little backstory on him.
All right.
He was born in 1943 on Halloween.
Oh no. Oh boy.
A little bit of foreshadowing there, maybe.
Yeah.
But he was a Mansfield native, and growing up, he had been a good kid and a teenager that everybody liked. But around 16, he was seduced by the dark side.
Oh no! Did he eat the cookies?
I don't know.
Oh well.
If you can find him and ask him, that'll get you $50,000.
All right.
We'll get there. We'll get to that.
Yeah, that's a spoiler alert.
But around age 16, at 16 years old, he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl, and she got away from him, luckily. But all Lester got off of that was probation. So this might have been a tipping point that caused him to believe that he could maybe get away with anything.
Well, yeah.
Raping a 12-year-old girl and he only gets probation makes sense to me.
Yeah, I could see how that would make you feel a little.
Yeah.
Well, that, but I mean, like him, he'd be like, I more or less got away with this. I am invincible.
Yep.
Especially at that age. I mean, you already, 16, whatever. You already think you're invincible anyway.
Right. Why is it that occasionally you get a beer, you open it, and it tastes skunky? It's like one beer out of the pack, and you open it up, and it tastes like a fucking Heineken.
I don't know.
Because that just happened to me.
Well, you see, that's the thing, though. That's why they put them in brown bottles, because the brown bottles are supposed to stop the light from going in and making them skunky.
I've never had more than one be like that.
Yeah.
But I checked it's like, I'm not going to do it now, but I've checked the born on date.
Yeah.
It's recent.
All right.
So maybe it was just sitting there for like a year or two, and they
just found that one sitting under the stairs somewhere. Like, we'll just put it in here. It'll be fine.
Yeah. They won't notice.
It'll be fine.
And I was like, hey, what are you drinking, Bill? Tonight I'm drinking Heineken and a Bud Light bottle.
Heinekens aren't really supposed to be skunky either. If you get one, like, because we used to drink Heinekens, and like if you go buy them at a gas station, because most people don't drink them, they sit there for a while. That's when they get skunky. But if you get them, really? Like when we went up to, sorry, I'm going to digress here for a second. When we went up to Dragon Con in Atlanta, the hotel bar had like brand new fresh Heinekens, and we were drinking. I'm like, dude, this isn't skunky at all. Is this what it's supposed to taste like?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, anyway.
You know, I really don't care for draft beer, but like if you go to Busch Gardens,
Oh yeah.
the beer that they serve there, it's draft beer, but it's filtered through. It's the lines that they have are made out of gold,
Okay.
and every night they're pressurized. The lines are pressure cleaned from the inside
Yeah.
with like super hot water. No
Yeah.
no chemicals, no nothing. And it's not the draft beer that gives you the freaking murderous hangover. It's the chemicals that they use in these bars and everything to treat the lines.
Yeah.
That's what gives you the hangover. But I've gone to Busch Gardens a couple of times and got a beer there. It was draft. It's like, damn, this is good beer. And obviously because it was brewed 2 days prior as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fresh.
Yeah, but it's like, hell yeah. I mean, I want to get like a kegerator, and
Yeah.
I'll just drink my beer that way. That'd probably cost me less money in the long run too.
It would. My brother had one back when were we still in high school? Or maybe just out of high school. He found one like at a garage sale or something and bought it. It was an actual refrigerator with the lines punched through the wall, the doors and everything.
Yeah, that's what I want to get.
Dude, we would buy a keg like every other week, and it was just like you just come home and beer.
Yeah.
It was always good.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
hashtag but I digress.
Well, we are called Crimes, Killers, Cults, and Beer, so we're going to talk about beer a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. So Lester was brought in for questioning, and he initially said that he had nothing to do with Mary Ellen's murder. He said that somebody had stolen his gun and that he had found it later that night.
Oh, of course that's what happened, because that's what always happens.
Yeah. Somebody stole my gun and then I found it on the street. But he finally dropped the William Reese Act.
Wasn't me.
That was a good episode. Just people were digging it too.
Right on.
So he said that he had been in a nightclub hanging out with a prostitute. They were dancing, doing ha 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 ha, staying alive, ha ha ha.
No, I didn't do anything illegal like kill somebody, but I was illegally hanging out with a prostitute in a club.
Well, it's not illegal to hang out with a prostitute.
It is if you paid her.
Right. Well, he's not paying her. She's his friend. So he's in the friend zone with a prostitute.
Dude, how bad is your life if a prostitute friend zones you?
Well, it didn't go into detail of whether she was a friend or not, but the reason
we're just going to assume that he is.
Right, but the reason I say that is because they were dancing, they were dancing together, and his gun fell out on the floor. A couple people witnessed this, and he picked it up and just stuck it back in his pants and everything, and went back dancing with this prostitute. But then all of a sudden, the prostitute had to go make a quick score with somebody else. Yeah. So Lester said that he'd wait for her, and he was still outside waiting when he saw Mary Ellen walking by, and he tried to talk to her, but she got scared and wanted nothing to do with him, and that's when he attacked. He tried to rape her, but she was screaming so loud that he just shot her twice, and then he went home to calm down and clean up. Then he headed back to the club, but he stopped by the crime scene to finish Mary Ellen off. Mm-hmm. Well, to check and see if she was dead. She wasn't, so he finished her off. By the time he got back to the club, the prostitute was back on the dance floor celebrating a job well done, and they danced the night away.
Good Lord. This is a story. Holy crap.
It's a good one. Thank you, Emma, I hadn't heard about this one. I mean, I usually don't mess with unsolved cases, and while this case is like half solved, half unsolved, I'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of it before, but this is a good one to start the series off with.
Yes, it is.
So he tried to plead insanity, but the judge wasn't having it. He was found guilty in May of 1966, and he was sentenced to death. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Wait,
Nope.
I thought this was the 70s. You just said he was sentenced in 66. Wasn't this going on in the 70s?
No, he committed the murder in 1965.
Okay, well then there was no disco.
Oh, okay. On. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Damn it. Okay, they had a time machine. They traveled forward so that they could disco dance
so they could disco
alive.
dance. Yeah, okay.
Okay, that was my bad. And I didn't even have like the 70s written in my notes. I mean, the rest of the story takes place in the 70s, but he doesn't go disco dancing that we know of.
That we know of. Yeah, all right.
So in May of 1966, he was sentenced to death. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it. Nope, this story isn't over. So what do you think happens next? Take a guess.
Oh, I have no idea. He had to like escaped or something, right? Kinda. Is he one of those guys that like fell over and pretended to be sick to be taken to the hospital and then escaped?
No, he's not Pee Wee Gaskins.
Oh, that's worth a shot. I don't know.
In 1972, Ohio commuted all death sentences and abolished the death penalty. Lester's sentence was reduced to life with no chance of parole.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Love you. Goodbye. Nope.
This story is still not over.
It's still not over. Of course not.
What do you think happens next?
He asked for a rock hammer and a poster of Greta Garbo. Or whoever it was. I forget who it was.
Oh, shit. It's right on the tip of my tongue, too.
Yeah, was it Mae West?
Marilyn Monroe. No, it was Mae West, yeah.
It was Mae West first, and then he kept changing them as his whole
Raquel
Welch, yeah.
But the next 7 years, Lester was a model inmate, being the good little child rapist and murderer that he is.
Yeah, right.
A newspaper interviewed him and actually did a feature on him, and he said that he was the best death row inmate ever. A model inmate.
Okay.
And like a future serial killer, a lesser known one named John Wayne Gacy. He was a painter, so he spent a lot of his time in solitary, just painting and stuff. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure if you looked, you could probably find some of his work. It might be buy a John Wayne Gacy painting, get a Lester Eubanks painting for free.
So did he paint a picture of the warden, and then the warden found out and took his painting privileges away? Then he came with an axe and chopped his fingers off while he was in shop?
That's pretty specific.
That was a scene. That was a scene from Escape from Alcatraz.
Believe it or not, I haven't seen that movie.
What? Well, I haven't seen Godfather yet either, so we're even.
Okay.
That's a really good movie.
So it's Godfather. But he was just he would just paint. I just did put this episode together a couple hours ago, so I didn't really go look for any of his paintings. But if I can find some pictures of them, I'll post them on the socials for everybody to see. I'm kind of curious myself. It's like, was he that good? Because John Wayne Gacy's paintings were good. Danny Rolling's artwork by itself was actually pretty good.
I know.
It was kind of like his music. It was okay. But
yeah,
I haven't gotten any shit yet from my cover of Mystery Writer. I'm sure it'll happen though. but my version's better than his. So he got a reward for his good behavior.
Uh-oh.
The Ohio prison system had a rehabilitation release program where certain inmates were given passes to the fair or to football games or even trips to the mall unsupervised.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it was the 70s. I guess it's a different time.
Yeah. So they were dropped off and told to meet back at a designated time. And it was around Christmas time in 1973. Lester and a few other inmates were dropped off at the mall to go Christmas shopping. He wanted to get something for his family members or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Would they give him money?
Yeah, right. Why are they getting money to do this? Yeah.
Right. Or as a taxpayer. Oh, here, Lester, here's $100 for a Christmas present. Here, Lester, go catch a Browns game. Here's $100.
Yeah, right. Jeez. Oh,
but
all right.
I think I know somebody that might have a different take on this, but we'll get there. A convicted child rapist and murderer turned loose with a pinky promise that he would come back.
Yeah, but what could go wrong?
Yeah, but he never came back. He broke the sacred pinky promise.
Oh,
you can't break the pinky promise. Pinky promise is more sacred than a signed contract and signed a notarized contract. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that. Oh, I mean, like I said, what could go wrong?
Yeah, so he's gone. He's in the wind, and the family of Mary Ellen was livid, and justifiably so.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The local law enforcement and the judicial system did their job. It was the prison system that screwed up.
You think?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And with that, we're going to bring a special guest on to give his take on this. Welcome back to the show, making his second appearance on the show, Dick Darwin, Dallas detective.
Hello, everybody. Dick Darwin here, Dallas detective. The Ohio prison system has been wrongly criticized for their pinky promise release program. They say that it was a horrible idea to get convicted killers to be given a day pass to clear their minds of the horrors of being on death row. Personally, I think that letting them out on their own recognizance is a great idea. It makes things easier on the prison guards. It gets them out of their hair for a few hours, and then when they get back, they're relaxed and they're in a better mood. For 5 years before I began my prestigious 30-year career at the Dallas Police Department, I was a prison guard. We all discussed about how good of a thing that would be for both us and for the inmates if they were allowed to go shopping, see a Dallas Cowboys football game, or even go to a bar to get a few beers. It's a good idea, and I think that just because Lester Eubanks betrayed that trust doesn't mean that it's a bad system. The other 3 inmates came back after all. So just keep that in mind before you judge people. Dick Darwin, Dallas detective, signing off. Thanks once again for having me on your show.
Thanks, Dick.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. I really hope these 2 episodes make it back to the Dallas Police Department.
Yeah. Would have liked to have gone to Vinny's Club, but I guess not.
Well, Dick Darwin, I mean, especially now that we're doing Unsolved, we're probably going to be hearing from him a lot.
Yeah, right.
So,
anyway.
But like I said, this case is half solved, half unsolved. But, because where the hell did he go?
Yeah.
Yeah, so FBI officials believe that they've come close to capturing him a couple of times, but he was able to slip away. He's obviously under an alias with a fake ID, and he's been able to elude law enforcement for 50 years. The U.S. Marshals have a $50,000 reward for him, and they believe that he's in California, but he's also been spotted in Michigan.
Okay.
In 2019, a man came forward saying that Lester had raped his deceased mother, and he agreed to It wouldn't be a CKB episode without me getting tongue-tied. I made it all the way to the end.
I know, right? Hold on a second. Was the mother deceased before or after he raped her?
No, I mean, he just raped her. He didn't kill her. He raped her, and then she died years later.
Okay, well, you said raped his deceased mother. That's kind
of.
No.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
How would she have conceived if she was dead? Is that a thing?
I doubt it. I don't know. I was just taking a rape deceased mother thing out of context. It's okay.
Is that how zombies are made? By people
Could
raping
be.
Corpses? I think I just blew the lid off that one.
Jesus. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Carry on.
But he agreed to supply DNA, but there was no match, unfortunately. And the marshals believe that he never stopped committing crimes. He's just gotten away with doing whatever the hell he wanted for 50 years.
Wow.
But he'd be 80 years old today. Personally, I think he's dead.
Yeah, probably.
But if he's not, and you know where he is, turn him in. You can go get 50 large.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, good one. Good start to the half pint episodes.
Yeah, it was.
I like that one. I like that the way that went. I mean that was a good story to start with. So,
yeah.
No editing needed in this one at all.
Not really. I like these short ones. Anyway.
Yeah, that was fun. I don't know what we're going to cover next, but I mean, this one will come out. They're going to come out every Tuesday. So the beauty of it is doing the research doesn't take very long. Because
recording it doesn't take very long.
Nope. So anyway, hope you liked it. Follow us on socials. We have a Discord page now where we're going to be doing the like episode discussion and all that. And I'm sure we'll come up with more threads to come up to comment on as we go. But for right now, it's in very early stages of existence, but so subscribe to that. It'll be linked in the show notes for this episode. It's also on our website, which is CKCBpodcast.com. Cha-ching. And we also have a Patreon page, and our first Patreon subscriber will get a T-shirt.
Yes.
And we've got 11 episodes up on it, and they kind of don't really have much to do with our normal topics of discussion on the show, but some good stories. I mean, you'll learn something. You'll learn lots of things about Abraham Lincoln that you had no idea about.
I know, right? I did. Holy crap!
That was a good one. So I mean, we're coming along. I mean, we're
sorry.
Definitely not. We're not infants with attitudes anymore. We're toddlers with attitudes.
Toddlers with attitudes.
Yeah, I mean, we're not.
Damn, I would have to change the shirt now.
Well, we don't even have the shirt.
They don't know that.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to change the shirt.
No, they know that because you just talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I still might make an infants with attitude shirt because I like that. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, that just came right off the top of my head. I didn't even have that written down or anything like that. It just popped in my head. Like I think I was probably like episode. It was like one of the very early episodes.
Early on ones, yeah.
Yeah. So but yeah, check out our socials: Facebook, Twitter, X. Yeah, and YouTube page. There's nothing there yet, but there will be.
There will be very soon. I promise.
Yeah. And Discord, Patreon. It's all there in the show notes and on the website and whatnot. And thanks a hell of a lot for listening. We appreciate the hell out of it. If you could just please, give us a rate and review, 5-star, please.
Yeah.
Or you could just give us a 1-star and call us monotone.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah, it works. So, but yeah, thanks for listening, and until next week, later.
Cheers, everybody.